In the crucible of self-defense, brutality and aggressiveness may be unwelcome companions, but they are sometimes the only path to survival in the face of imminent danger. I posted that on Facebook and wanted to talk about it a little bit today on Coffee with Alain. I'm here with a worldly cup. I've been to Tokyo, been to New York City, still need to go to London and Paris one of these days. That cup just reminds me that I've been places, but there's still places to go. And isn't that true with all of us? We've all done things, been places, but we still got a lot more to do, a lot more places to go. And so with Coffee with Alain, with the newsletter at Enjoy Life Safely, try to provide you some strategies and help to do just that. Things to help you stay safe, defend yourself once in a while if that ever comes up, help you enjoy life a little bit more and just do it safely and be exceptional while you're doing it. That's what the newsletter's about. That's what Coffee with Alain's about. And I appreciate everyone who shares and comments and joins me, listens to replays, listens to the podcast on the website, on Apple, on Spotify, all these different places. And I appreciate those that have given me great feedback on the newsletter. Lets me know I'm on the right track, sending out information to help people. If you haven't signed up for that newsletter yet, go to enjoylifesafely.com. Make sure you sign up. But let's talk about that quote that I opened the show with. Brutality and aggressiveness. Many people, they don't want anything to do with that. I mean, we're a civilized society. We want to live and have fun, enjoy life. We don't want to be brutal. We don't want to be aggressive. I don't want to be that either. But they are companions that aren't really unwelcome for me. They're companions that are there if I need them. And I hope that you have them if you need them, because sometimes they are the only path to survival. If you are attacked, you need to dig down deep and you need to attack back and stop that person. And sometimes that will take brutality. It'll take aggressiveness on your part. It will take that determination and ferocity to make sure that he is stopped and you go home safely. Want to stop, say good morning to Jay and Vicky. Appreciate them saying hello. And Jay says tools. Aggressiveness, brutality. Those are just tools in the toolbox. It's part of the survivor's mindset. And the mindset is more important than any physical techniques that I could teach you. I could teach you techniques that will stop a person. But if you don't have the mindset to do them with the ferocity, the aggressiveness, maybe the brutality needed to make those techniques effectively stop the guy, the techniques will do you no good. If you have the right mindset and you know absolutely nothing, you could stop that guy. Just go fluffy the cat like I often teach in my classes. Do whatever it takes. Hit, stomp, elbow, knee, bite, scratch, claw, gouge, whatever it takes to stop that person so you can then get to safety. I'm not teaching you or telling you you have to beat someone up and subdue them if that's not your job. But you might have to be brutally ferocious and aggressive to create the pain and the damage needed so you can then escape and get to safety. Say good morning to Dixon. Dixon joined and said, even if not a U.S. Marine, dig down to find your inner devil dog. That's what the Marines do. Being an Army paratrooper, former sniper, I don't dig down to the devil dog, but I do dig down to jumping out of airplanes, using my old M21, M24, and what we had to go through to be trained to use that. Whatever it takes for you to find that inner conviction to be the survivor, That is what matters. Want to say good morning to John. Appreciate John showing up. So in the civilized society we live in, we don't want to walk around being aggressive to people. We're obviously not going to go around being brutal to people, to anyone, unless we have to keep ourselves or someone else that we care about from being injured and harmed. That might be a fist. It might be a club. It might be taking a fire extinguisher, spraying a guy in the face, and then smashing him in the head with the canister. It might be taking something like Reflex Protect and spraying him in the face. That's actually one of the less brutal ways you can stop someone, because it's non-lethal and it's super, super painful, but then it goes away and they're okay. It doesn't do near the damage that the fire extinguisher in the head would do. But we do whatever it takes, using whatever tools we have, but we've got to have the right mindset to go with those tools, to go with the techniques, to accomplish the job of keeping ourselves safe sometimes. Because there are monsters out there that hurting you, raping you, killing you doesn't do anything to them. They would do that just as simply as you and I take a sip of our coffee. And when you ever face a monster like that, you've got to bring out your aggressiveness, your brutality. You have to do whatever it takes. The Findu SOB says, "Hi, Alan. Thank you for the invite. Appreciate you showing up and saying hello. It's always nice to have your insights." And before the show, on the post where I posted this quote and the picture, the comment was made that they're not unwelcome. Brutality and aggressive aren't unwelcome. And for those of us that train, for those of us that have the right mindset, we understand it. And you're right, they're companions. They're not unwelcome companions. They're companions or tools that we have at our disposal to keep ourselves and others safe. But for many, many people, the thought of being aggressive, of being brutal, of attacking back and stopping someone is such a foreign concept that sometimes some of my teaching, that's the most important thing. If I can change that mindset around and get people to understand it's not wrong, it's not bad. If you're a mom, think of somebody wanting to hurt your baby. You're not going to let them. That mom instinct's going to come out. You're going to do whatever it takes. Well, do whatever it takes for yourself too. Some ladies I've talked to, they don't think that way about themselves. But then when I get them to think about their kids, they can get it. And we got to transfer that from your kids to yourself as well, because you are as important as your kids. Without you, what your kid's going to do? So we have to be able to draw on that inner strength, that devil dog, like Dixon said, to be able to stop a threat when it happens. Regular, everyday people have stopped others that were bigger, stronger, even had weapons. It can be done. And the mindset of being brutal, being aggressive, being vicious, that is so important. That's such a big part of it. I think Kelly McCann one time said something like self-defense was something like 10% physical and 90% mental. I would have to agree with him, because you can have the best physical stuff in the world. If you don't have the mental to go with it, like I said, you can be defeated. You can have the right mental and no training at all and come out a survivor. Jay says your inner darkness. And that's right. We have it, and we have to be able to draw on it when it's necessary. And we have to be able to control it as well. So it's just important. And that's what good training will provide, a way to tap into that, but also be able to control it. John says, like a mama bear. Exactly. We have to be able to bring that out. And we need to be able to protect our children, our loved ones, and ourselves. And we need to draw on that. And it is so important. That's why I posted that picture. Picture had me in some cowboy get up because I was doing some filming on a movie and took that picture. And so I used that picture to go with this little lesson. And then I thought, I got to talk about that a little bit too. That'd be a good topic for Coffee with Alain. Rory Miller changed the channel for me. He spoke of a training scenario where no one used available weapons. When he asked, they were looking for permission. Give yourself permission. Exactly. And Rory has some brilliant things. I'm friends with Rory as well. I've trained with him. I've endorsed his books. He's endorsed my books. And, we get together. Last time I saw him was a couple of years ago when I was out in Portland, and he came and picked me up from the conference I was at, and we went to lunch, and then he dropped me off at the airport. Great guy. A lesson that I remember really good that I sometimes share with people from Rory is he had us all holding a water bottle as if it was our child. We were all parents with a baby holding a water bottle. And then we had attackers come. And he said, what are you going to do? And everyone was trying to fight the attacker holding the baby except me. I turned and ran away with the baby and kept the baby safe. Rory's like, bingo. And, obviously I was one of the people in the class with a little bit more training and knowledge in some of this stuff than some of the others. But it was, why stay and fight if I have the baby and there was an avenue to escape? Yeah. Why not use a tool as a weapon if it's there? Yeah. So Rory does a good job of opening people's eyes on some of that kind of stuff too. You get a big yes for that. And this is the same thing with talking about the brutality and aggressiveness. Sometimes people need permission to go into that place and bring that out to defend themselves. Because in normal, polite society, that is not acceptable. Under a self-defense situation, anything and everything that helps you survive is acceptable. Not only is it acceptable, it's necessary. That's the little lesson I wanted to share today and talk about. If you like that post, go ahead and share that around social media. Share these videos around social media. Really appreciate it when they get out to more people. Just trying to help people stay safe. And be sure to sign up for that newsletter. It'll go out this weekend. Goes out every weekend. You'll also get a guide to situational awareness. You'll also get a free ebook on 25 tips on safety and self-defense from some awesome experts. Rory Miller is one of those that's in one of those 25 tips. So you'll get those things. You'll get some updates about stuff that I'm doing. A lot of stuff to make your life better. Stay safe. Enjoy life. Be exceptional. That's what it's about. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm here to help you with. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Go out, make it a fantastic Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow for a very short one. Take care, everyone.